So good to see you, Mika.
It is.
A great big welcome on the show.
It's really good to be here. I'm sorry I'm late. I was stuck in traffic.
네, 늦어서 너무 죄송합니다.
I came and then I just landed from Tokyo and I changed in the car.
Wow.
Because I didn't want to come in airplane clothes.
네, 지금 도쿄에서 막 도착을 했는데 예, 비행기 타고 온 옷으로 여기 출연할 수는 없어가지고 차에서 급하게 옷 갈아입고 차가 너무 막히는 바람에 늦게 됐습니다.
아, 도쿄에서 온 게 아니라 저는 무슨 저 카리브해나
You not from Caribbean?
플로리다 이런 데서 온 줄 알았어요.
I'm a Floridian tourist. No, I look like I'm going on holiday. I am on holiday. Today I'm on holiday. Tomorrow I've got to work. But for today, I'm on holiday.
그렇죠. 약간 휴가지에 간 막 플로리다 사람처럼 보이죠.
네네.
오늘은 휴가가 맞습니다. 내일은 공연이 있으니까
그렇죠.
일을 해야 되지만 오늘까지는 휴가가 맞습니다. So yeah, let's take a breath and please say hello to all the listeners out there.
Hello,
and for the people
and
outside.
to the fans that are outside that are waving at me, and to Bay also. I think I want to say thank you. I'm so happy to be back. It's unbelievable. If someone had told me 7 years ago that it would be 7 years before I came back, I would have been like, no, you're completely crazy. It's been way too long. And I'm really happy to see you again, to see the fans here, and to be able to be doing the concert tomorrow.
네, 정말 이렇게 오랜만에 다시 한국을 찾아서 얼마나 기쁜지 모르실 거예요.
네.
What do you think has changed the most in the 7 years?
The traffic. And also outside the hotel is just like, it's like Seoul has become a giant construction site. It's
Wow.
like it's getting ready to be, the kind of space age city of the future. I think that's what's going to happen. It's amazing to see that much construction in one city.
네, 가장 많이 바뀐 거는 트래픽이 아닐까라고 얘기를 하네요. 차가
You haven't changed.
Just a
하지만
moment.
예, 선배님은
잠깐 지금 광고 나갈 시간이어서 길게 얘기할 수가 없어요.
네.
자, 핑크가 잘 어울리는 남자 미카 환영합니다. 김지혜 씨. 미카와 함께하도록 하겠습니다.
Pink is punk. I don't know why we always say that punk has to be black.
MBC FM for you.
어제 얼핏 보면
Pink is punk.
예, 제임스 본드 같아요.
He says you somehow reminds him of James Bond.
Oh, I do? Oh my gosh. I knew I loved you. I knew you were a good guy. I mean, that no one has ever said that to me. Not my mother certainly never said that to me. I take that as a huge compliment. You know that James Bond is one of those only kind of protagonist characters that I really like. I don't know why. I just like Bond.
정말 좋아하는 캐릭터가 영화 주인공이 제임스 본드인데 그렇게 말해주신 분은 처음이에요. 어쩐지 배철수 아저씨가 좋더라. And he likes you back because you remembered about not making it at the
And
BBC.
Maid of Vale.
Yeah. And mentioning it to me, it's so sweet of you.
No, but
that.
it's important. I mean, I think I remember my
he's
memories.
always liked you.
But I remember my memories, and every time there's not very many radio shows or radio presenters that stay in your memory, and the ones that do have a big impact. And I think it's this kind of very established kind of relationship between radio, the presenter, the musician. It's something that's been going on for 100 years now, almost. Radio, the presenter, and the musician, the artist. And it's a very special thing that happens.
네, 그 수백 년 동안이나 이제 이어온 라디오라고 하는 매체. Thank you, that's so sweet.
참, 요즘 시간이 얼마 없기 때문에.
I remember last time I spoke too much. I think I'm doing the same thing again today. I'm very sorry.
No worries. 지난번에도 이렇게 쉬지 않고 계속 말을 해가지고 통역사를 곤란하게 했던 것 같은데 이번에도 그런 것 같다고 얘기하네요.
아니. 자, 2020년에 원래 한국에 공연이 예정돼 있다가 코로나 팬데믹 때문에 취소가 됐잖아요. 와, 권나은 씨는 2020년에 취소된 콘서트 티켓을 아직도 갖고 있다고 그래요.
Oh, your show, you planned to do a show in Korea back in 2020, but it got cancelled because of the pandemic. We have a listener who wrote on the bulletin board said, she has the ticket from that concert still.
She still has the ticket. Well, if she comes and finds me, I will sign it.
Wow.
가지고 찾아오면
Someone
직접
came to the
사인해주겠다네.
airport today with a ticket also. And there they are. They're outside. And there he is. He put the ticket in a bottle, in a jar, and he brought it, took it out of the jar, made me sign it, put it back in the jar, and now it's in his hand, and he's sitting out there. But you should get rid of the ticket. Forget about that show that was cancelled. Let's start again. We're starting again tomorrow. Let's forget about the pandemic. Let's go with the future. And yeah, burn that ticket. No, he's saying no way.
네, 안 그래도 오늘 그 티켓을 병에 담아가지고
네.
보관하고 있다가 공항까지 와서 Let's talk about your album.
Sure. I have, well, which one? The last one or the two that are coming?
예.
지난번 거요? 아니면 앞으로 발표할?
이 지난번 거 발표된 거죠. 예.
Okay, I understood. Let's start with the boss. Yes, boss. Yes, boss.
이 영화는 사실 못 봐가지고
네.
사막의 왕자라는 이거 프랑스 영화인가? 불어로 써 있는 것 같아요.
네.
Feels Like Fire라는 곡. 이 영화는 이거 좀 소개해 주세요.
So you worked on a soundtrack for this French language film
Yes.
called The Princess of the Desert.
Yes, and it's 70 minutes of symphonic music that I wrote myself.
네, 70분 분량의 교향악 곡을 미카가 직접 작곡을 했다고 합니다.
You know what was incredible about it was that I made my last album. My album was a very intense thing because it was also talking about my relationship with my mother who trained me as a musician. My mother got sick at the beginning of the album and died just after I put it out. In the middle of all of that, there was also the pandemic. I wanted to make more music, but every time I tried to write a song, I wrote garbage. I wrote terrible songs for a little bit, you know, after recently when I was trying to figure out how to write. So I said, okay, I'm not going to try and write a song. I'm going to write music. And writing the film soundtrack gave me a way of writing music without having to write a song. So I went crazy. It was like someone gave me a vitamin. It's like someone gave me oxygen again. And I started writing. And since doing that project, I was able to start writing songs again because I was able to reform my relationship with music as opposed to just thinking about the pressure of writing songs. So the soundtrack has been very, very, very important for me.
특히 팬데믹 기간이 미카에게 개인적으로 굉장히 힘든 시간이었는데요.
네.
You have such a way with your words and how you tell your story. It's so
어떻게 표현해?
alluring.
말맛이
You
있다고
should be
그러나
sitting in his
와.
chair. Yeah, the way you tell stories.
I don't know.
It's amazing. Yeah, you should be a radio presenter.
No. I know my place. I know my place.
자, 그럼 사막의 왕자 사운드트랙에서 Feels Like Fire. 사막의 왕자. 아니 근데 음악 한 곡 들었을 뿐인데 밖에서 와. 근데 한국 팬들이 좀 특별하죠. 다른 나라 팬들보다.
Korean fans are special. They're different, aren't they? From
They love detail. And they're warm. And generous. So it's like it's this amazing thing because they're warm, they're generous, and they see the details. It's not like, oh, I'm here, I'm just gonna like jump up and down. No, it's like the words, the drawings, the gestures, the mood, the clothes, everything. You know, that makes it a very special thing.
네, 한국 팬들이 특별한 거는 아주 따뜻하고 또 이렇게 제너러스하면서도 디테일을 좀 알아채는 그런 눈이 있는 게 좀 특별하다고 해요. 그냥 무조건 좋고 반겨주고 막 와 이렇게 하는 게 아니라 그 와중에도 뭐 가사 뭐 눈이 좀 그게 특별한 점이라는 거죠.
But you know, there's one thing more than anything about Korean fans.
네, 하지만 아주 하나 특별한 게 있죠.
What is it? What do you think it is?
그게 뭘까요?
글쎄, 뭘까요?
What is it?
Energy.
에너지. 가만있어. 일단 내일 서울 재즈 페스티벌 공연 때문에 일단 오신 거잖아요.
So you're here to do a show tomorrow, right?
Yes.
At the Seoul Jazz Festival.
Yes.
네, 내일 공연은 어떻게 진행됩니까? 조금 미리 좀
Can you
얘기
tell
드릴
us
수
about what
있을까요?
it's going to be like? Can we
It's
expect-
going to be, well, I have my new tiger head costume, which I'm very excited about using tomorrow. I know that sounds crazy. Okay, so there's many things. Firstly, it's going to be a very intimate, big concert. I decided to bring a show where I'm totally free on stage. I can even change the show and change the songs whenever I want, which is what I do. And every night in Japan, I was changing the set list, and I'm going to change it again tomorrow. And if someone screams out for a song, like they did in Osaka, I do it, for example. But there's this other thing, I wear this tiger head because the tiger for me there's a whole reason for it, which is a long story. But it's really something when when I put this tiger head on my head, it's like I've become a different person. At the beginning, I felt ridiculous doing it. And now I'm obsessed. It's my favorite part of the show. I put on the tiger head and I'm just like a superhero.
네, 내일 쇼는 아주 팬들을 위해서 몇 가지 특별한 걸 준비한 게 있는데요.
그런 느낌이었어요.
He was actually there in one of your shows you did back in 2013. Already some
That
years
was the
back.
No Place in Heaven.
No Place in Heaven 콘서트였어요.
There was the caravan that moved around and everything.
몰라요. 뭐 자세히는 모르겠는데.
Yeah, he doesn't remember exactly what the title of the concert was, but he remembers the energy and how you ran the show, how you absolutely like mesmerized everyone at the show. So that was very impressive for him, and he was talking about that before you arrived.
Oh, I hope, well, is he coming tomorrow?
내일도 혹시 오시나요?
Now he's under pressure.
너무 부담을 드린 건가요?
내일 생방해야 돼가지고 못 갈
Oh, he
거예요.
has to do a live show tomorrow, so unfortunately.
But if you want to come, just be careful. The traffic's very bad.
네, 혹시라도 오실 생각이면은
I learned my lesson
통증이 좀
today.
심할 수 있으니까 미리.
No, you know, the thing about the show is that the audience can change the show. The audience decide. And so I'm almost waiting to be provoked by the audience every time I do a show now, which is even more than before. I really look for things in the audience that then provoke me and change what I do on stage. And this is a new evolution. It makes it more fun for me and a little bit more dangerous every night.
네. 전에도 좀 관객의 어떤 참여라든지 관객이 이끌어갈 수 있는 그 서로 상호적으로 반응하는 공연을 해왔어요. So today's show is being aired through video as well, video streamed as well.
Okay.
And they said, the image I had of Mika was, a little bit cold and distant maybe, or a little snooty even.
What? What are you talking about?
Such a sweetest person in the world. Please tell us what your headline show is going to be. Do you have a plan for a headline show, a single show?
Yes. So I have new music coming. I decided to make 2 albums. One is entirely in French, and one is in English. And the French one is going to be the stuff that's going to come out first. And I made a decision to make a really, really deliciously poppy French album. It's really fun and it's extremely melodic. And then the English album has 2 extremes. It's completely crazy. I'm writing crazy songs and I'm loving the feeling of writing these energy of crazy songs, and also very, very, very touching. It'll make you cry. So extreme emotion. And then with that, of course, I want to do my own shows. I loved when the last time I came to, Korea to actually do shows around South Korea was amazing. We did Daegu, we did Busan, of course, we did Seoul. So, I would love to do a show in the round, so in the middle of a venue, and not always on a normal traditional stage. That would be something I would love to bring over here.
시간 다 돼가지고 빨리 얘기해 주세요.
네, 그러게요. 앞으로 이제 그 앨범이 2개가 출시될 예정인데요. Time to say goodbye.
It's time already. It's gone very quickly. It was very, very nice to see you again.